What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. Today we're going to be talking about Sleepaway Camp, the 1983 classic. So this movie had a 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb. It's got an 82% on Rotten Tomatoes. The director was Robert Hiltzik. I think I'm pronouncing it right. And it had a budget of $350K. So this movie, I'm not going to rate it the same way I did Texas Chainsaw. I'm not going to break down the whole movie because there's no need. It's just a regular slasher. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was like a good slasher, like real good. This movie is like middle of the road, so I'm not going to tell you everything. Like, you can watch this movie pretty quick. It's free on Prime. So I'm just going to give you an overall breakdown and like my opinions of it. So I'll show some scenes. Like, this movie isn't a masterpiece. I wouldn't even say it's that good of a movie. But if you like campy movies, like really campy movies, like super campy, this is probably the campiest one. Like, this movie is so campy. Not because it's on a camp or that it's called Sleepaway Camp. It's just, if you think of an old movie, like any Friday the 13th, this is like every stereotype in every one of them in this movie. And it's fun for that. Does it have good acting? Do a lot of them? I mean, not really. But we'll get into the kills and some of my ratings, and we'll make this pretty sweet. Kill 1, we have a pedophile cook. He gets boiling water all over him. The effects look pretty cool of it. I'll show. It looks pretty good. Like, it's not terrible. For 83, I mean, it looks pretty good. They hold on it for a while. His death scream is funny, but we're happy he died. He's a pedophile. Screw that guy. Kill 2 is these two dudes are smoking weed, and then the other one's like, "Yo, girl, let's go canoe at night." And the girl's like, "All right." And he starts rocking the boat, flips the boat over. They both get wet. Girl runs off, and then he goes underneath the canoe, and he's like, "Yo, I'm a really bad actor."
Hey, Baba, Reba. Hey, Baba, Reba.
Like, he's just like singing stuff, and that's when the killer just like up in front of him. He's like, "What are you doing here?" And then he drowns. So that's kill 2.
What the hell are you doing here? I bet the rest of the boys will be interested in seeing you.
Kill 3 is there's a dude taking a dump, and these door handles are on the outside, are like next to each other. A broomstick gets put through those door handles, so he's like trapped in. And that's when the killer is outside, stabs through a window, like a screen window, and then shoves a bunch of bees in there. And he dies through a bunch of bee stings. And the bee stings on him look horrible. Like, it looks so bad. Like, they had to be radioactive bees. It's funny. I'll show it. This movie, it just has some of the most over-the-top funny kills, but it doesn't show them as much like as it should. Like, some of the other slashers will show, like, look at that. Do you see that? Like, that's what other slashers do. This one's sort of like, he died. That's kind of how it goes. But it's just so funny that you don't want to quit. We got kill 4. It's one of the counselors. She gets stabbed in the back. The scene is funny too, because like, she's taking a shower and the knife goes through the shower, hits her in the back, and she's just like, "Oh my God." She don't like move away because she's like up against the side here. It's like, so let's say like this chair, you know, stabs through the back of the chair. I'm like, "Oh God." But instead of doing this, I'm just like, "Oh no." Like, pushing my back toward it. Why wouldn't you just try to run off? I don't know. Either way, that's kill 4. Kill 5 is Judy. She's a terrible character. We hate her. And she's curling her hair. It's like 10 o'clock at night. Why are you curling your hair? But the killer comes in, and it shows the killer's face for a second there, which is funny, but like, you still, I guess, aren't supposed to know who the killer is till the end. Who knows? But it shows the killer's face, and the killer walks in, knocks her out, smothers her with a pillow, but then takes that curling iron, and you don't see anything. You just see the shadow on the wall, and it shows a curling iron going down, not doing anything, like nothing, just the curling iron going down, and then you see Judy's hands go like this, while like scary music and like muffled screams is going on. So like, was the killer just burning her, like burning her leg? And she's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, like what's supposed to, what do you, fight him off? Like, what are you doing? But that's kill 5. Kills 6 through 9 are all, you don't see them. Like, you know they're about to happen because you see the killer pick up a hatchet next to these 4 kids. And then it cuts to like 3 different scenes, and then it comes back and you see the 4 kids laying there dead. And they're all bloodied up. It doesn't show any of it, so I mean, like, I don't know why it showed all the other kills, but, you know, that's 6 through 9, you know, pretty quick. I'll show a scene of what it looks like. It's nothing too crazy. I mean, it's mortifying, but still, with how funny this movie is, I mean, you can't really be like, oh my God. Like, how scared are you going to be at this point? And then we get to kill 10. It's Mel. He's like the owner of the camp, and he has this hatred toward Ricky. And he just got done like whooping Ricky, beating the tar out of him. And he walks out to the archery range, and that's when the killer's standing there holding an arrow. And he's like, oh my God, it was you the whole time. Oh my God. And the thing about this scene is, like, yeah, he understands who the killer is now, but also the killer was just kind of just like, I've been waiting on you. Like, you know, just like hanging out. And the killer throws the arrow. It goes straight through his neck. There's no blood, nothing. And the killer also didn't have a bow or a crossbow. It didn't look like he did. Well, it didn't look like they did. It can't be. And then we get to kill 11, which is Paul, and this is when we find out who the killer is in the movie. It's Angela, the main girl character in the movie, who happens to be a boy. Whoa! Big plot twist here. This is what made this movie so cool. It turns out Angela's a boy, and it shows you Angela's a boy instead of just telling you. So fair warning for that, and that's the scariest scene in this whole movie, because Angela stands up. Turns out Angela's name is actually Peter, and you see Peter covered in blood and going like that. And there's some scary noises. I'll play that, but I won't show the other thing. But I'll play that scene because that's the only scary part of the whole movie.
God, she's a boy.
And then that's it. That's the movie. They made some sequels. I haven't watched them. I will if, you know, people want me to rate them. But this movie, it's pretty good. I'd recommend it. I like it. You may not if you like good movies. This movie's just fun. It's funny. It's not scary. Like, you could watch this at 3 in the morning and not get spooked at all. Like, it's not scary. You'll just laugh more than you'll be scared. It's just a funny movie in my eyes. It's meant to be scary, but it ain't. But we'll get into some of my ratings here. The kills, I'm giving a 4 out of 5. There's 11 of them, like that the killer does. If you count the kid in the beginning and the man dying on the sailboat, then I guess there's 13. I don't count those two. So 11 kills. I give them a 4 out of 5. I mean, that's a lot of kills for a slasher. And they're all done pretty good. Most of the kills are done pretty good. You don't need to show all the gore. Sometimes I'd like some, though, because I'm watching a horror movie. But, you know, it shows enough, I guess. It's a good amount of kills. The pacing, I'll give a 4 out of 5. This movie's pretty quick. It's not long. It's longer than Texas Chainsaw, but it don't feel like it, really, because it's also quick. Like, you're not really bored. You're not really bored. All of it's pretty entertaining because there's funny scenes from the bad acting. Like, it's just such a weird movie. Like, there's no movie that's, like, kind of built like this. It's so funny. Because, like, if you watch Friday the 13th, they're, like, so serious. Like, pretty much, like they seem more serious. This movie, they are not. There's, like, no seriousness, and it makes it funny. So, like, you're paying attention the whole time just because it's funny. And so I give the pacing a 4 out of 5. It's pretty quick. Acting is a 2 out of 5. No one tried here. No one really gave like any bit of effort, but I think that adds to the charm. It's just funny because no one's really caring that much. I mean, you can tell that some people try in it, but they're not doing good, so it makes it even funnier. But the acting gets a 2 out of 5. It's nothing to write home about. And then overall, I give this movie a 3.3 out of 5 for my rating scale. That might seem high to some people. It might seem really low to others. This movie, the reason I'm giving it a 3.3 is because I personally like the movie. If I was giving it a rating on my favorite slashers, it gets like 8th or 9th on my top 10 slashers because it's what I like. Now, if it was on a list of like top 10 best slashers, it would be nowhere near that list. It would be nowhere near the top 10 because it's not that good of a movie. Like, you have way better slashers to watch that are actually scary that would be in that top 10 list. This isn't one of them. This is just in my top 10 slashers because I enjoy the movie. I think it's funny. And if you like slashers and campy, goofy movies, you will too. I think a lot of people will like this movie. And I don't know if this movie is underrated because I don't see a lot of people talk about it like I do the other slashers. This one gets kind of like swept under the radar, and I think that's only because it's not a like crazy good movie. But I think it's worth watching. So if you have an hour and a half to kill and you got Prime Video, go ahead and just put on Sleepaway Camp from 1983 and have a good laugh, because that's all you'll be doing. You won't be shrieking in terror or anything. You'll be laughing. But I think that about does it for today's video. I have some stuff planned in later videos, like I have the Slob book that I'm going to do. That's going to be in a later video. That'll be a little bit from now. I still have to read the book. But if you have any suggestions for what movie I should do next, I do have some lined up that I plan on doing, unless I get like an overwhelming amount of comments for a certain movie to do. But other than that, Sleepaway Camp, 1983. It's not a bad movie. It's not a good one. But I think that's about it. Have a good one.